Hello Virgo, welcome to your tarot reading here on Dove and Serpent Tarot. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, and consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. Now this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Virgo, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And that's interesting. That's a Knight of Cups. Let's find out what is going on with that energy. A lot of good water energy so far. Oh, and the Empress. Oof, this is looking nice. Yeah, I said oof. If there's anything you want me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know in the comments. Although, I think we've got just enough positive energy over here. We're doing the Path of the Serpent now, and yeah, more positive energy. Wow. We're going to do a mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card for you, and we're going to use the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. And just a quick shuffle, and one card, frog on top, and we're going to save that for the end. And hopefully at the end of the reading, that card will tie everything together and give us the confirmation that we need. Okay. So looking around the room here, we've got major, 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 major. We've got some earth, we've got some water, court card. We've got some air, some water. It's pretty good. The one thing that I don't really see, we see it in a different form, the fire energy. Right? We see a little bit of fire with this Emperor. The Emperor is some fiery energy. We see some fire also in this Knight of Cups. It is the fiery aspect of the water. It is this kind of emotional intensity that you, I think, are feeling right now. I think that there is, it could be related to a Cancer person in your life. This card, the Knight of Cups, is very often representing that cardinal water energy. Okay, so it could be a Cancer sign person in your life. But the cardinal water energy, I think, really is talking about your rush of emotions, this kind of torrential storm, this just rain of emotions, a flash flood of emotional energy into your life, okay? In a good way. I think in a very, very positive way, because we see not only this Empress energy at the very top that I think is representing all of this in a nutshell, but we see that all of this torrential rain, this flash flood, is filling up all of these cups. It's leading to intense satisfaction, right? A fulfillment of all of your desires, all of your wishes, all of your dreams coming true. Really believe that. This, and I think this is why I've waited a little while to do a Virgo reading, because I wanted it to really, I wanted some of this energy to build up, okay? I wanted, it's like the tension needs to build before that unleashing, before that torrential rain, before that flash flood. It needs to be held back a little bit so it builds pressure, okay? And now I think it's really coming out. So I think good things are in store for you. I think there's a lot of pleasure, a lot of satisfaction, a lot of success, a lot of fulfillment of your desires, a fulfillment of your goals, right? You're reaching things, you're accomplishing things. The Ten of Cups doesn't necessarily mean a relationship, doesn't necessarily mean romance or a sexual relationship. It is that feeling that you get when you are accomplishing your goals, when you're reaching your milestones, right? When you're getting to those landmarks along the way in your journey, that feels good, right? And this could be anything. This could be career related. This could be your creativity, could be your spiritual progress, but you're really getting there. The Ten of Cups is that ideal state, right? If the Knight of Cups is the on the quest for the Holy Grail, it's really searching for the ultimate grail, the Ten of Cups, the kind of the infinite grail, right? The idea of a grail. Well, what it's going to achieve in practice is going to come very, very close to this Ten of Cups, okay? And I think this is the picture, this is the ideal, this is the picture that we have of the greatest success that we could imagine. And I think we're going to get very, very close to this, right? As close as earthly, humanly possible, okay? And this is going to really be fulfillment, I think, of every aspect of your being. It's going to have this refreshing, nurturing, healing kind of energy to it with this water. There's going to be a spiritual component, right? There's going to be this emotional joy, this kind of overflowing emotional satisfaction. So I don't know what you're doing with your life, but whatever you're doing, it feels pretty great. It really does. I think that you've made big changes in your life. Two of Discs behind you. I think you've gone through a pretty significant shift. You could have changed jobs, relationships, careers. You could have changed focus. You could have changed your mind. You could have changed something physically. You could have changed the decor in your home. There's some kind of a change, some kind of it's a shift that you went through that really is kind of set you on a different path in a way, or maybe got you looking at your path in a different way, in a different light, right? Maybe the things that were once in shadow, you've now put the focus on those things. And that's giving you a different perspective. That is allowing you to make this kind of balanced progress, right? Could be that we were too much in one mode of energy, that we were neglecting a whole other side of things. But now it seems like we're kind of fluctuating between the two. We're trying to integrate everything. So I think you had a shift in perspective, okay? And that accompanied some sort of physical change, whether it was location or just, your outfit, or, you know what I mean? Like just the kind of outward expression of the change in perspective, okay? I joke a little bit with the outfit, but you understand. I think it's all based on, or it's all overshadowed, it's all being blessed by this Venus energy, by this love, by this joy that you feel just being alive and witnessing the universe and seeing the plants grow and taking care of your pets, your plants, your people. This is the joy of life. This is the magic of things coming into being and growing in your life. So again, I don't know what you're doing, but you're doing it right, whatever it is. Okay? You've got this divine sanction kind of from Venus, from this love energy, from this Empress. And I think everything that you touch feels it too, right? Anything that you put your mind to, anything that you lay your hands on is thriving and flourishing and growing, right? You're kind of the conduit for some of this Venus energy, where the things in your life that you are working on, if it's your career, if it's your garden at home, if it is your family or your relationship or your spiritual work, whatever you put your mind on, whatever you put your hands on, whatever you get involved with, succeeds and grows and blossoms, thrives. That's really intense. And that is because of this flood of this emotion, this flash flood that's coming. Now, there could still be this Cancer component, this other person. Maybe you have some strong planets in the sign of Cancer. Maybe the Cancer sign is significant for you in some way. Okay, whether it's another person or something in your own chart, I don't know. Down beneath everything, this is the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man versus Venus, right? This is kind of, it's almost like sacrificing yourself at the altar of love, at the altar of Venus, at the altar of beauty and joy and growth and nurturing and abundance and nature, right? This is ultimately you willingly participating in this and kind of surrendering to this torrential rain, this flash flood. You're not trying to fight it. It's almost like this isn't so much a hanged man. This is someone diving in. This is you really doing a graceful swan dive right into this water. Okay, so it's a willing participation. It's not something that you're fighting against, and why would you? Well, with the fire energy that is behind, especially this Knight of Cups, the fire energy that's behind that, it feels sudden. It feels like a flash flood. Those can be scary, dangerous, right? But you're trusting in this. You're surrendering to this. You're sacrificing any doubt, any fear, any kind of false notions that you may have had, and you are diving in. You're diving in. And we said that there was change in the past, right? You've shifted focus or shifted perspective or something, right? You've recently undergone some sort of a transition or a shift. Well, now in the immediate future, we see the new moon. This is the moon energy, some Pisces kind of energy. So this is about change too. This is about what change is coming next. So you've made this shift of perspective. You've maybe changed your environment, changed your career, changed your focus, changed your mind. And now you are fully immersed in this flash flood. It's like you found a magical waterfall, right? And you're going through it. And on the other side is the new moon. This is the opportunity now to enter into an unknown landscape, to enter in the realm of your imagination, your dreams. This is also a little scary. You know, we go through this waterfall, or we dive into this water. We don't know where the bottom is. I don't recommend diving at all, anywhere, because you don't know how deep it is. You don't know what's at the bottom, right? Unless you're a professional diver, I wouldn't do it. But that's kind of the idea here in a more metaphysical sense, obviously. You're diving into this unknown landscape, this unknown realm, and this is where the real work is done. We have even more of this water energy to kind of get to on the path of the serpent. So I think you're learning a lot about yourself. You're discovering what really is within you, and you're giving it expression. Again, I said anything that you are getting involved with, or, you know, putting your hands onto, is going to thrive, right? It's going to succeed and flourish. And that includes you and your own imagination, your own creativity, your own spiritual life, okay? So I think what's on the other side of this waterfall is really something magical and kind of unexplainable, right? Sometimes the moon card talks about deception and lies and the unknown and the forbidden. Well, yeah, that's kind of still true in this case, but these are things that are kind of unknown to you. You're going to be discovering these things. I can't tell you what they are. The tarot can't tell you what they are. You have to go and discover them. You have to go through that waterfall. You have to dive, swim down to the very depths of this water to see what's there. See what kind of fish are swimming down here, what kind of life is down there. And I think you're right on the brink of this. And that fire energy is still kind of underneath everything. We see the sun down here at the bottom, just ready to go into that kind of landscape and illuminate it. It's not going to be dark forever. You're taking the light of your consciousness into those depths to see what's there, to shed light on everything, and you will see. And maybe that's giving you a sense of direction or purpose. Maybe that is where you're going to discover the way forward, right? Let's go to the Three of Swords here in the general energy, path of the serpent now. I think initially going into this new moon energy, going into this, the depths of this water, I think you may be churning up a lot of memories, difficult memories. But I think this is a necessary phase. I think stirring up all of these, this is all of the kind of weird and monstrous sea life that's down here at the bottom of this water. All the scary monsters that live down here, this deep in the dark water. You're bringing the light of consciousness, your kind of spiritual flashlight with you, and you're shining a light on them, and you're saying, okay, they're not really that scary. I mean, they are, especially when it's dark. But now you've shined the light on them. And now you've experienced them. They can go ahead and swim away. It's fine. You know, you're not going to worry about them anymore. So I feel like this is the first phase, because once you kind of discover all the different scary life down here, well, then we can get to the Nine of Cups. And this is really discovering all the beauty, all of the creativity, all of the spiritual force, all of the love that's down there too. And this is the real happiness. This now is you finding all of those things within you, within this water, within this emotional realm, whatever this is exactly, or wherever this is taking place. Remember, we're getting toward this state, this Ten of Cups state of, perfection, of attainment, of satisfaction, of full accomplishment, right? Complete success and fulfillment. The Nine of Cups is the process of us getting there. The Nine of Cups is kind of us swimming, enjoying the swimming, getting to this Ten of Cups. This is the verb, this is the noun. Okay. So by doing this work, this new moon kind of work, you are discovering the things in you and in your life and in the world and the universe, etc., that are for you, that are the means by which you're arriving at the Ten of Cups. You're discovering all of your activities, basically, right? All of the things that you're going to do with your life that give you joy, that give you pleasure, the things that the process of doing these things is the happiness. The key word for the Nine of Cups is happiness. The Ten of Cups, that didn't get the key word of happiness. The key word for this is being full. It's satiety. This is being satiated, satisfied, having enough of, the state of being full of the things you love. This is you doing the things you love, right? The process of doing these things. And this is really where you're at now. This is the flash flood, the torrential rain that is in the process of filling up your cups. And these are the full cups afterwards. That's what we may or may not get to ultimately, right? It's kind of abstract, kind of more theoretical. This is the real jewel here. This is the real gem. So I think this is the real focus. Now we have this fire energy in terms of this Emperor, Aries kind of energy. This is in the position of what we don't want, okay? And this could be talking about someone else telling us what to do, someone else directing this energy. This could be our resistance to authority, our resistance toward any kind of control, right? We're totally hanged man here. We're totally just diving in, surrendering. This is a giving up of control. Well, this is very stern control. This is fire and water, right? We don't want discipline. We don't want control. We want this surrender. I was going to say frenzy, but frenzy is kind of a little fiery too. We want that surrender. We want that kind of melting away into this. We want to be dissolved by all of this, right? And that doesn't really harmonize too well, right? It doesn't really match up. It doesn't sync up with this idea of discipline or control or authority. So I think we're resistant to this. Because right now we're in this really full water mode. And we even have water at the end, Three of Cups, the abundance. This is the joy. This is you now understanding everything that's in this new moon energy, diving down into this dark pool, discovering all of this water energy and understanding what it is that makes you happy, what it is that you're supposed to be doing with your life. Understanding your purpose, your joy, your abundance, and what brings you to the Nine of Cups. What are these things for you? How are you enjoying this swim to the Ten of Cups, this ultimate ideal of joy and bliss and satisfaction? You have a new understanding and a new appreciation of what all of this means to you, uniquely you, right? All of these details are for you, specially. There may be some overlap with the rest of us and other Virgos and stuff. But all of these details, everything that you find in this pool is uniquely yours. Even if there's some similarities, we can kind of compare notes. But your understanding is going to be uniquely yours. This is really amazing. I want to look at the mystery card now, though. I bet this is going to be more water energy. We even have the frog there. It's kind of amphibious, right? Maybe, though, maybe we'll see some earth energy. We saw earth in the beginning with the Two of Discs. Maybe we need some now. Maybe this is the beginning of the process where we've decided to make this change, to do this work of this water, essentially. Now we need to emerge back on land, right? Let's see. No, it's the Justice or Adjustment card. Well, that's a little tricky. Maybe this is talking about the balance between earth and water, right? Maybe we need to look for this equilibrium. Maybe we were on land, we tipped the scales into the water, right? We've kind of dipped one of our cups down in the water. But now we've got to put some earth on the other side to balance things out. So maybe when all of this is said and done, we have to figure out a way to implement it. See, I'm finding a way to turn this into earth energy anyway, because that's what I wanted. I feel like some earth energy on this side of the reading, look, this would create the balance, right? This would create the equilibrium, the justice, the weighing things against each other. Not being too heavy, not leaning too far to one side. Right now we have earth. We've got all this water. Our scales are not balanced. So with this Justice or Adjustment card, I think we need a little bit of weight now on the other side in order to keep things, balanced, equal. So I feel like there needs to be a way now to implement some of this water energy, to put it into practice, to realize how we can, figure out how we can bring it into our daily life, right? To manifest all of this in practice, right? So let's meditate on this one and see. And we're going to do an extended too. If you want to stick around, click on the link that's right here. You'll have access to all of the extended readings. Not just for Virgo, but for all of the signs. I want to thank you, Virgo, for being here and for being patient with me. I know it's been a minute since we've had a Virgo reading. I appreciate you being here. Please like the video, leave a comment, share it with your friends, share it on social media. I'd like to help my Virgo videos kind of get into the algorithm a little bit more. And then we can start doing more and more of the Virgo readings. So definitely subscribe if you haven't yet, and share the video around if you can. It would really help us out. Thank you again for being here, and thank you for letting me read for you.